What's up, guys? My name's Joseph, along with my co-host Acacia, and welcome to another episode of the Coffee Room. So, as usual, we're going to be talking about coffee and how we're going to be brewing it, but before that, how's your morning been?
The morning's been okay. Woke up later than I wanted to, but I should have set an alarm, so it's on me. But
Nice.
Yeah, it's been okay. How about yours?
I woke up early, 5:30 a.m., did some gaming, walked Nero, and then set the coffee room up. Yeah, and then that's pretty much it for the morning so far. What time is it right now?
It's late.
It's almost 10:30. Almost 10:30. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Yeah. So, what's new in life?
Not really anything. Didn't do much this week.
Yeah, it's been a quiet week. Went to the escape room. That was fun.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
One with
yeah,
two friends.
Super fun. It's called Trapped. It's in the South End.
Yeah.
We went to Henry House first for some drinks and food.
Yeah, good fries.
Yeah, the fries are really good.
Yeah.
And then, went to Trapped, did the pyramid, I forget what it's called, but it's like...
Ancient Egypt?
Ancient pyramid, or, maybe Ancient Egypt, I can't remember, but yeah, it was pretty fun. It's still different from most of the escape rooms I'm used to, like it was more, or there was less stuff. Normally there's like more stuff that you have to just like figure out what's a hint and what's just kind of there to like make you think it's a hint.
Yeah.
And this one was just like, almost like nothing there, and you had to just work with what you had, which is fine. It was just...
Yeah.
I don't know, there was one part that was really tricky where...
The ending was weird because we had to find two magnets, put it in a skull's eyes sockets, and one of the magnets was just on the floor in the sand.
Yeah, well, you kicked it.
Well, still...
He was there just, like, kicking the sand.
I was kicking the sand around, trying to see if there was anything in the sand.
I said, like, don't kick the sand.
The magnet was, like, a toonie size. It was, like... And it was dark in there, so we had lights and stuff. Yeah, so
it was more like smaller than a quarter, probably.
Yeah, it was pretty small,
But yeah, and then the other one was in the box in the first room, and I thought it was a piece of the box to keep it... I don't know. It didn't make sense. But anyway,
some of it was kind of weird.
It was fun.
It was fun, yeah. Exactly. It was fun.
Those things.
Yeah, and then that's pretty much it for this week.
We didn't escape, by the way. That's the point of what we're saying.
Yeah, we lost. Yeah, we got through the first room, couldn't get through the second room to get into the third and last room. So we were close.
But yeah.
Other than that, went out for a few shoots. Shot a cafe shoot, which was pretty fun. Took the drone out a bit, which was pretty fun. And then that's pretty much it for this week. Went on a few trail walks. We got a little bit of snow finally. It's January, what's today? January 21st. And this is like our second snowfall, which is crazy.
Well,
it's only like a centimeter or two, yeah.
It's probably the second one that's lasted more than like 12 hours.
Yeah.
6 hours or whatever.
There's barely any snow. It's -1, which isn't that bad. Winters are gone.
On the note of coffee, I went to visit my friend Jasper, who's my old coworker at Cortado Tasting Room.
Nice.
It's really nice to go see him. He has a coffee cart that he does like events and stuff for, called Pour Dad, like P-O-U-R Dad, like to pour drinks. He's a really great guy. I went to just go see him, hang out with him for a little bit, talk about coffee, and he's so nice. He like made me an espresso shot of, I can't remember what coffee he made me, but it was, I feel like
Which one? Remember?
Ethica. It was Ethica. Thank you. And then he made me a pour over with Gargari, which is like an Italian roaster. I think the founder of it won the World Roast... What is it? The World Roasting...
You got it.
I have it somewhere in my notes. Oh, the World Roasting Coffee Champion. He was a World Coffee Roasting Champion in 2018.
Nice.
So he does a really good job at roasting his coffees. I had his coffee before, but it had been a long time. But they just had some bags kicking around at the shop, so he made me a pour over of, I think it was blue batak, blue something like that. But anyway, it was really, really nice. It had like really strong hibiscus tea sort of notes to it. There was a whole list, like a whole slew of like different notes that they had articulated for it. I'm not that good. Like I couldn't get most of those things, but it was very like herbal tea. Like it was really nice. So I went to go visit him, and had some really good coffee.
Nice. Not bad, not bad.
Kind of it coffee-wise this week.
Yeah. That event we went to where he was at, his event in that hotel next to.
No,
Cortana.
so that was his. That's where he lives. He had.
Okay.
When he first launched his business, he had like a, you know, like when people launch their business, they have like a soft launch where like they invite like their friends and family and people who are close to them to support them. He did one of those in like one of the, I forget what they're called, like an event room or like an event space, like in his apartment building. And it was huge. He had so many people there. But
there's a lot of people there.
He knows a lot of people. He's in like a big community. He's from the Philippines, so I think he's got like a big community of fellow Filipinos.
Yeah, family, friends.
And just old coworkers and stuff.
Really good coffee that day though. Yeah,
and he's literally the best latte artist I've ever met. Like he does like, what is he? He did a palm tree the other day with like coconuts on it.
Jesus.
He does like Pegasus. He does swan, like crazy swan, roses, everything. Yeah, super good.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's start making coffee.
Yes.
Or brewing coffee, or making brewing.
So today we're going to be doing the Gargari Gutity again, because last week I brewed it with a certain recipe that I practiced doing some V60s last week, or this past week, and I realized that recipe just isn't conducive with coffee. Like it doesn't really work. It doesn't bring out the notes in it. So I decided to do the 4-6 method because it's such a good recipe, and I hadn't done it in a long time, and I was like, oh, I'll practice it and get back in the groove of things. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that recipe for this. It works really well. The idea with that recipe is, so it's by Tetsu Kasuya, I think I'm saying his name right, and he's like the 2016 World Brewers Champ. And his recipe's like super well known, like seems to be more well known than a lot of other previous winners, but for good reason. Like his recipe's amazing. So yeah, we're gonna do that. The main, here I'll hold this up. The premise behind that is the 4 is like 40% and the 6 represents 60%. So the first 40% of the pour is kind of navigating through that like sweetness and acidity of the coffee, and then the remaining 60% of the water that you're pouring just focuses on the strength of the coffee. So you could do like less or more depending on how strong you want your brew. Nice. Which is really cool that's how that works. So we're gonna do that.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Okay.
So today Joseph had the great idea of grinding the coffee beforehand, so we already ground it.
Skip the grinding process.
So right now my Chestnut C3, I have 20 grams of coffee, and I have it ground at one of the more coarse settings. I think I have it on 20 clicks today. Yeah. So let's get set up.
20 clicks.
So I was thinking also that we could start maybe doing sort of like what we're doing now, where instead of like getting a new coffee each time, we should be recycling our coffees and like using the same coffee, because otherwise it just gets crazy expensive to keep using different coffees every time. Oh, my kettle shut off.
Yeah, just use the ones we've got till we run out, and then
yeah, because like it's really expensive, which, you know, I love, obviously. Like it's good to pay more because it is, you know, it benefits everybody down the line. Yeah. As long as you're buying from the right place, it, you know, you want to pay the producers and everybody along the chain more. But it does get really expensive, so it'd be cool if we could maybe next week do Subtext via like AeroPress.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, it'd be kind of wild to do French press. I haven't done a French press in a while.
Yeah,
maybe
let's do a French press.
Do French press soon.
I'm down for that.
And that way we go through all the coffee. And I know it would be too far away from the previous brew to really articulate what the differences are. You know, you're not doing a side-by-side comparison, but it still might be kind of cool. Like maybe we'll notice something pretty, you know, glaringly obvious, like, oh, this is so different in this way or that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Be cool.
Yeah. That'd be super cool.
Right, so I'm just gonna do the usual preheat my stuff. Oh gosh.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Go. And can you bring the glasses over? I'm
Yep.
gonna preheat those.
Glasses. Do we have something to dispose the water in? Those 2 bowls?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, and we could also try someday, like, I've been sort of picking the coffees every time because I've access to all the coffees, but if you wanted to pick a coffee someday.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
What?
I guess I could look around. Yeah, I've never really looked around or shopped around for a specific coffee.
Well,
coffee
you do,
bean
like,
or,
yeah.
Like I get Just Us all the time from
Sobeys?
from Sobeys, yeah, which is really good. It's, really good coffee, Just Us.
Yeah, but
here local in Nova Scotia.
But what you could do is, when we go to the valley, because my family's from the valley, so we're there often enough, go to Just Us and like pick. They have like 15 different
all
coffees.
their different coffees, yeah.
Pick one. They have a limited release line.
Oh,
so
yeah,
they're
that's a
single
good
origin,
idea.
like.
Try something different
Yeah,
from
like,
there.
you know
Because
you
I've
like
tried
them.
all of them from Sobeys. And I know the ones I like from there so far. But I know, yeah, at their headquarters, they probably have a lot more options.
Well, they don't have necessarily a lot more options, but they do have a few. Enough
at
that
least?
it would
That's
be
good.
worth it.
Yeah. I'm really liking the milligram coffee. That's been...
Monogram.
Monogram.
Milligrams
That's
is
been,
instant.
Yeah, that's been really good.
Yeah. It's a huge crowd favorite. Like, everybody at my work who has come in and purchased the beans, apparently we've had people come in just for the beans. Like, obviously that does
Really
happen. Everybody's just been crazy about it and raving about it.
That one that you were making before you switched was amazing. I think it was Holiday Mix.
Oh, yeah.
Was it
Well, it was
holiday
their...
mix?
I always thought it was their holiday blend, but it's their warmth blend. So I
Warmth
guess
blend.
it can be like a Christmas blend,
Amazing.
but they use it like all through winter as like a warm...
Yeah,
You know.
it's really good. I really enjoyed it, especially how you steamed the milk on top. That was just bonus points. And then a little bit of the simple syrup. Fantastic. And that's a coffee.
So 20 grams coffee, super coarse. My kettle is at 96 degrees. And let me just think for a second. So I'm doing my pours. I'll just explain it a little bit. I have like a little sheet here because I don't want to forget. So every 45 seconds I'm doing a pour. So I'm going to do 5 pours total. And each pour is going to be 60 milliliters of water because you want to do whatever your coffee weight is. So 20 grams times 3 is what you want your water pours to be. So I'm going to do 5 of those.
Nice.
So start my first one. And I think the idea is to do it fairly quickly. This is actually the method that Jasper did for me when I went to visit him the other day. And it's funny because he was working and he was the only one working at the time because someone had a family emergency or something. So they had to leave. So it was just him and there were customers coming up to the counter while he was making me my coffee because my coffee took longer because it was a V60. Sorry, I'm just gonna wait for this. But yeah, he had to go to the counter, so I didn't want the coffee to be ruined, so I just like grabbed the kettle and started pouring it for him. And I was like, I'm sorry, I want to make sure this coffee's good. He's like, no, that's great. So I half made my own coffee.
Nice.
So it says to wait 45 seconds, but I think also, I don't really know, but in my head, some of the ideas, like I don't want the coffee to be done dripping and then you're still waiting for that 45 seconds to be over. So if the coffee is done dripping, I'm just gonna pour the water in anyway. I don't want it to just kind of sit there. So 45 seconds-ish.
Smells good. It smells really good.
130. So this is my third pour, so I'll have 2 more after this.
Subtext.
Yeah, we have a lot more access to good coffees in Nova Scotia now than what we used to. There used to only be like a couple roasteries in Nova Scotia, Now there's a few more, and more of our local cafes are sourcing their, not necessarily their beans, but they're sourcing some of the retail beans that they're selling from abroad, which is really cool. One of the best ways to like get to know coffee and to learn more about it is to try different coffees. If you're just stuck with the same coffees, you're kind of like, you know, you can only go so far with it. Yeah, so it's super good that we have access to all that. Right. So I'm going to 240 now.
Maybe
So
your
one
most
pour left.
focused one so far.
Yeah, I've been doing them a couple times this week. I might do a little less water too. Just, I don't know, I kind of like it a little bit stronger.
Same.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just pour like, the last 60 grams, maybe we'll just do like 30 or something, half it.
So we tried this last week, and it was a little bit watery, right? I think it was a little bit on the waterier side last week.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
so-
I poured way too much water in.
Excited to try it this week. See if we could get these blood orange, lime, and jasmine notes. Those are notes, right?
I'm actually gonna take it off now. It's looking good enough. Oops, that doesn't fit. Can you pour
Yeah.
the coffees?
Yeah, yeah.
in? I'm just gonna hold this here. It doesn't fit. Oh, it does fit on top, sort of. Oh, sorry, what were you saying? Were you just talking about the notes?
Yeah, those are notes, right? Blood orange, lime, and jasmine. That's what
Yeah.
you call notes in
So
coffee.
just to be clear, those are the notes. Those notes are sort of for reference what you could taste. When they do their cuppings after they've roasted, those are the notes that they're getting from their coffee. So depending on how you brew it and like what recipe and everything you use, you could notice things outside of that. In fact, you're usually going to notice like some differences.
Yeah.
But that's a really good guideline for the type of profile that it has. So you should notice. Citrus and florals.
You know what we forgot? Our cinnamon rolls.
Oh yeah, we were gonna.
Can you just run and get too quick?
No.
No, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna run
We
after
made
this video.
We made cinnamon rolls last night with cream cheese, coffee icing, and the recipe said 4 ounces of cream cheese, and I thought that was kind of dumb because a block of cream cheese is 8 ounces. So I'm like, why am I going to use half an ounce or half the block of cream cheese? What else are we going to use it for? Like, we don't eat
we
cream
don't
cheese.
use it a lot.
And I was like, I freaking love cream cheese icing, so I was like, I'm going to double that. So I used the whole block.
Turned out amazing.
There's a
it's really
crap
good.
ton of icing. It's great.
Really good.
All right.
Okay.
It smells amazing.
Yeah, it smells really good.
Yeah, this is much better.
Oh wow, yeah.
So good.
So different than last week's.
I like that
this
they
is a
put
really good coffee.
elegant, complex fiber and acidity. Like elegant. It's it fits to their coffee. Like it is an elegant tasting coffee. I wouldn't know how to articulate that otherwise, but maybe because it's like sort of refined, like the notes are, pronounced, but it's like not like a punchy coffee because it is a washed coffee. It's just very smooth, balanced.
Yeah, it is smooth.
It's kind of, elegant in that way.
Yeah, I really like it. I'm starting to like this more than dark roast coffees.
Woo.
It's happening. It's happening.
You
It
do
just,
still like dark
I don't
roast,
know.
though.
I do, yeah. I do still like dark roast, especially, like, I don't know, when I make it here at home, it's not that good. I've been weighing it out for the French press now, which is...
And are you recording
it? Yeah, so I'm at 21... What is
Grams?
that, grams? Yeah, 21 grams, so it's like 2 tablespoons.
Oh, you've
for-
been weighing it.
Yeah, I've been weighing it.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've been weighing it,
Wow.
and it's been working because every morning the coffee hasn't been different now. It's been like the same, consistent. I'm just going as low as possible till I find the lowest I can go. I started at 25, went to 23. I'm at 21 this morning.
Oh, like you're trying to use less coffee.
Less
so you don't-
coffee, yeah.
Good, because that was kind of the problem is that we were wasting coffee because you're
Yeah.
just throwing some in and then it makes a lot and then.
So I'm
Yeah.
doing that right
Yay.
now, and then yeah. But it's still not. I don't know. When I go to a cafe, like Espresso 46 or your cafe at Stoke, like the coffee's good. Like it's great coffee. It's on the dark roast side. It's not like this.
But that's a part of the thing is like your coffee isn't going to taste like that because you're doing French press. You're not ever ordering French press wherever you go. So the coffee is inherently going to taste different, even if they're using the exact same coffee.
Right?
It's espresso.
Yeah, that's what I got to start doing is using that. What is it called? A mocha pot. Mocha pot, yeah.
But it won't be. It won't taste the same. It won't come out the same way because the pressure is what makes the espresso tastes like how it tastes when you go to a cafe. But like you're doing Americano.
If I put 2 shots of espresso in my mug or whatever, and then I put some boiling water, and then that's what I got to start doing is weighing out my boiling water after, and then put like a little bit of milk and stuff and see if that tastes better. Because the French press, I don't know, it's just not hitting anymore. Now that I'm trying and experimenting with all these different coffees.
It's just like I said, like the French press.
My way sucks now.
There's nothing wrong with French press. I think you just have to really nail down a recipe that works.
Yeah.
And you have to change it depending on the coffee. Like
I think it's better if you're just on the go. Like I think it's like a great tool to have if you're camping, adventuring, you know, sleeping in your car because you're out on an adventure. Just quick boiling water, French press, boom, you're done. But at home, I got the time. Might as well try and make some better coffee because I'm not really enjoying the coffees anymore that I am drinking in the morning that I'm making myself because of this.
You know what? That is the curse. I think everybody who likes third wave specialty coffee suffers from the same problem. Yeah. It's like you have that, I've talked about it before, but you have that cup that blows your mind, or you have a few of them, and then you grow to really enjoy it, and then you're forever chasing the dragon. You know, it's like you want that high of that really good coffee, and it's a curse.
I used to be fine with, when I was in Toronto, I was fine with $2 double doubles from Tim Hortons. Now I cannot.
But you know what? I'd rather this. Like
I'd rather this too.
I don't want to have to. I don't want to go to Tim Hortons and like that coffee. And there's nothing wrong with it. Like I'll drink a tea and stuff from there, but I don't want to drink that and be like, yes,
there's something
good.
Wrong with it. The
I
coffee
want
sucks.
to appreciate the coffee more, and I want to obviously like we have no idea what Tim Hortons is paying for their coffee or how they're treating, you know, their producer partners or, you know, the middleman or whomever is in that mix. I don't really know how they go about their purchasing.
Spend the extra couple bucks, support. It's way better.
Support more like direct trade, fair trade, ethical practices. Yeah.
And you're getting a better cup of coffee.
Way better. Yeah.
Like I can't go back to Tim's. And I had a double from there not too long ago actually because I was on the road with a friend and he pulled in or was it with you? I don't know what.
No, it was with him, but I saw you had posted a video or something, and I saw a cup in the background. I was like, "Is that Starbucks?" And then he was like, "No, that's Tim's." I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, and it hurt my stomach. I was just like, after that shoot during the walk, I was like, "Oh my god, my stomach's turning." So, but yeah, great coffee. You killed it this morning. Not we.
Thank you.
You
it's
killed
so
it this morning.
But yeah, maybe next week we'll do a Subtext coffee a different way.
Nice.
Yeah, not sure what way, but we'll figure it out.
Figure it out. Nice. All right. Well, that was awesome. We got a fun day ahead of us today. We're having a barbecue in January. I'm excited for this. Me and my buddy just were talking
talking about barbecue.
Oh, you know what? How it happened? We were at Montana's, and I posted that picture of the ribs, and he was like, "Oh man, we have to go for ribs sometime." And I'm like, "Let's do a barbecue." And he's like, "In the winter?" I'm like, "In the winter. Let's do it." So
why not? We have a big deck,
and it just snowed today, so it's awesome. We're just gonna have a nice little snow barbecue and eat inside, of course.
Yeah, we won't like eat on the deck, but it's nice to like have a big space and a deck for the barbecue versus like it's snowing and it's like out on the grass.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
The snow, and you have to like trudge out there in your boots.
But I still shoveled a little bit just because whatever.
Yeah.
And excited for that. That's what I got to go do now. Actually, is go get my steak.
Oh right, I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I'm vegetarian, so I don't know. Or not vegetarian, sorry, pescatarian.
Pescatarian. I'm gonna go to
Osprey's Roost?
Osprey's Roost, yeah. It's a local butcher here in Nova Scotia. If I do eat meat, it's gonna be local. None of that super stall stuff. And excited for that. So it's gonna be a fun day. I think we should wrap this up and start getting ready.
Sounds good.
See you guys next week. Peace. That was good, I think.
It always starts off so clunky.
Yeah, of course.